Welcome back to another episode of Hoot and Poop. So in today's video, I will be covering this company called Upstart with all of you. So I'm pretty sure, everybody here, right, probably would have heard of Upstart here and there if, let's say, you guys are invested in the US market. And even if not, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been covering it on social media. Even if you just, YouTube Upstart, I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of videos of people covering on the stock market, whether it's a buy or sell and stuff. Now, in today's video, or rather the way I'm going to carry it out, it's not purely just to give you, whether it's a buy or sell, or whether it's, it's not about whether I extract information from their presentation and so on, and then to present it to you. What I'm trying to give you, it's more of how I look at it, my thought process, all right, and then my thought process also being supported by the general info that I Googled online, that I try to research online, as well as I also look at the management portion. So basically, I'm trying my best to give you a different, perspective of how I view Upstart, and hopefully the information that I give is different from what other people are talking about. Okay, so just a disclaimer. Okay, I am a shareholder of Upstart. Basically, I'm invested in them. So basically, I do have some biasness when I talk about it. Okay, so whatever I'm sharing here, it's purely for educational purposes. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell. So please seek professional advices if you need so. Okay, so with that, let's move on to the sharing proper. So Upstart, the ticker symbol is UPST. Currently, the share price basically trades around 200 region. This is the price, around here. And if I'm not wrong, the peak was almost $400. But yeah, that was about it. Okay, so what is Upstart? So basically, Upstart is basically an AI lending platform, okay, where they partners, with banks to provide a best, so-called kind of a best loans to you guys. So let me just break it down to two-person, where one is known as the lender and the lendee. So the lendee is basically the one who wants to, borrow credit, borrow money, right, from the lender. So how does Upstart serve both the lendee and the lender? So the lendee, okay, basically they have to tap on Upstart, okay, and share these 6 criteria, right, to Upstart. So the employment history, credit experience, education, cost of living, bank transaction, as well as application interactions. Okay, so sharing these 6 required info with Upstart, and Upstart will use their AI lending platform to kind of gauge, how much can is the recommended amount, right, or as well as the interest loans amount to pass it to the lendee. So with this information that Upstart just pass it to the interested banks, which is also known as the lender, and to see if the lender would like to take it up. Okay, so this is how it's all about. So if you think about it, okay, because Upstart taps on AI, okay, and AI will have to assess, all the chunks of informations coming out from this 6 portion. So if you think about it, the more info, the more lendees that Upstart has as so-called kind of screen through, the better the AI model it gets. Because how AI model works is more like the more information that's being fed to it, the better it gets. The same for Tesla when full self-driving. The more info, the more data that they captures, okay, on the road, the better the system will be. It will never go backwards. It will only progress with AI learning, and which is why if you look at the whole general technology world, okay, machine learning and AI is only going to get better and better with more information being fed through it. Okay, so of course they also do claim, say that AI learning platform, they are able to scale, they have rapid growth and profits. Yes, I don't deny that they are able to scale, because basically, if you think about it, right, it's an asset-like company. Why? Because Upstart just need to provide this AI platform, and then for lendees to just log into it, and then they just access it, and then they have the info, then Upstart just pass it to the lenders, and for the lenders to decide whether to lend or not. So this is a very, very asset-like kind of demand supply platform. If you think about it, it's similar perhaps to online shopping. where, let's say, example, Shopee. Shopee is an online shopping platform. So basically, Shopee provides a common platform, a virtual common platform where the seller, lists whatever items that they wish to sell, and for the buyer to just purchase it. Okay, but Shopee need not, or rather does not own any of the physical item at all. It's between the seller and the buyer. Basically, Shopee just link these two persons together. Now, for Upstart, it's the same. Basically, Upstart links the lender and the lendee together. And on top of it, Upstart analyze the lendee to see how much, or to give a recommendation of how much to loan, and pass this recommendation to the lender, and for lender to decide whether to loan or not to loan. So this, if you think about it, it's a very asset-light company. And the more information Upstart has, the better it is. Okay. Yeah. So basically, this is what Upstart is all about in a nutshell. Okay. I will not be going through word by word of whatever that I'm shown here, because I trust that all this info are actually quite easy to read, and it have been covered extensively by other people. So I'm just trying to give you guys a thinking process of how I look at it. Okay. Now, what's the value proposition coming from Upstart? Basically, they just said that they are able to give the lendees a higher approval rate. There's also a faster approval. There's no need to wait and so on. There's no need to put out application and stuff. Okay, and then of course, how it helps the lender, which is like the banks, is more like it's all automated, digital. There's no paperwork and unnecessary paperwork and so on, because Upstart settles all this analyzing of the lendees. Okay, and of course, they can then customize to what the bank's risk appetite is all about. Basically, if the bank tells you that I only want to accept a certain profile of the lendees, then Upstart will just customize. Okay, so let's say I got 10 lendees that comes into Upstart to use their AI for loans, and then Upstart can classify 3 of them as high risk, then 7 of them as low risk. And if this bank, which is the lender, wishes to take on only low risk lendees, then Upstart can just channel these 7 to them. So this is how it's all about. It is customizable to different needs and requirements from the lender itself. Okay. Now, currently, I want to talk about this thing called the total addressable market. So this is the latest, total addressable market that I extracted from Upstart. Okay, so you can see Upstart actually starts off with a personal loan originations. Okay, so in earlier this year, the first 2 quarters, Upstart has been increasing their guidance, their full year revenue guidance, quarter on quarter basis. Okay, and they have been, having more than 100+% growth on a year-to-year basis. Now, the reason is that, look at it this way. At least the first 2 quarters, their revenues are backed by personal loan, while they are, gearing up their auto loans. And this was talked about in their second quarter transcript, if my memory serves me well. And after that, they said that auto loans, they are kickstarting, they are going to start, they're going to roll out, and third quarter, which is just recent earnings, they talked about, they said that, hey, look, they are going to roll out. They have started rolling out the auto loans. So if you think about it, the personal loan, based on the total addressable market, is about 81 billion. Okay. Now, the auto loans is definitely way higher. It's about 672 billion in terms of the total addressable market. And in this third quarter, they also talk about they are moving into mortgage loans, which mortgage loans brings in a wider total addressable market of 4.5 trillion. Now, what is the synergy between these three? It's not just the numbers. If you think about it, Upstart being an AI in a company, they basically assess the different risk profile of the lendees and pass this risk profile to the lenders. Now, after being successful in the personal loan segment, they move on to the auto loans. Now, if you look at it, there are actually similarities between all of these 3 sectors. The similarity part is that, if I'm the lender, I want to lend money to someone, I need to know if this person is reliable. Can he repay me? What is the interest rate do I want to put it in? The higher the interest rate means to say that this person is much more riskier it is. So there is very close similarity in terms of how I profile my lendees. So Upstart, doing well in this personal loan segment, all they need is just to take the similar okay, the similar AI analysis into the auto loan. Of course, you have to tweak here and there because auto loan talks about cars, perhaps you have to see more features, okay? And then after you do well in the auto loan, okay, and don't forget, while they are involved in the auto loan, right, their personal loan is still ongoing. So on a day-to-day basis, okay, both the personal loan and the auto loans data collection is increasing. So once they have all this huge chunk of data, okay, and the AI system will be better off, they can duplicate it by bringing it into the mortgage loan. So it's not something, where Upstart needs to start from scratch and learn everything from it. They have very relevant experience, and it's more like a slow progression from where they are, and then they slowly evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve. So this is something that I love. This is something that I term it as opening up new verticals for the company. So it's like they start off with personal loan, their TAM is only 81 billion. Then after that, they open up to a new verticals of auto loans, which is about 672 billion, and then followed by the mortgage loans of 4.5 trillion. Now, if my memory don't fail me, based on the third quarter, okay, earnings, their annualized revenue, it's close to about 800 million. So it's far-fetched of the total addressable market that they can conquer. I don't expect it. I don't expect, and I don't think they will ever hit 81 billion or 672 billion for each of these loans. But you see, you think about it, the TAM, total addressable market, right, reaches all the way to trillion. They just need perhaps 10% or just 5% of this whole total addressable market. How much revenue can they bring into Upstart? So the runway is huge. It's really huge. So it's more of how Upstart gets smarter and smarter each day and make sure that their system is more reliable each day. Okay, so of course, all these data, okay, the 81 billion, 672 billion is 4.5 trillion, they were all obtained from TransUnion, flood you guys with all the info. So I decided to cut them into pieces so that at least I give you guys about a good 10 minutes plus information on Upstart. Okay, and of course I will proceed, to take the second part of the video to show it to you guys another day so that it's easier for you guys to digest. Okay, so with that, I will end this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, all right, to my channel so that it can reach out to more people. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Invest safe.